When you start using Python, it's important to make sure that it works correctly on your operating system with your chosen Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. In this case, Visual Studio Code, or VS Code. So, an essential step in using this software is to make sure that the right version of Python is used as the interpreter when running VS Code. In this video, I will demonstrate how to set up VS Code on Windows and make sure that it points to the correct Python interpreter. So, I start by opening the VS Code editor. To do this, I click on the Windows icon in the taskbar, which brings up a menu. I then type Visual Studio Code in the search bar. The best match for the search is the Visual Studio Code app, which I click on to open. VS Code is now open. Next, I select Get Started with Python Development. This is a useful guide to setting up Python on the VS Code IDE. The first step in the guide is to install Python. I already have Python installed, and I can verify it by typing python --version in the terminal. To open the terminal, select the Terminal tab on the top menu and choose New Terminal. After I press Enter, it displays Python version 3.10, which is correct. The second step in the guide is to create a Python file. I do this by clicking on the Create a Python File option in the guide menu, and then clicking on the Create Python File button that appears. Next, I put in a print statement by typing print hello world. I will explain what a print is at a later stage, but for now, you just need to know that it's for printing out a value within the terminal itself. Now I save this as a Python file in my root level directory by clicking on File, Save As, and then entering the file name helloworld.py. py is the file extension I have to use when saving a Python file. The next step in the guide is to select a Python interpreter, and I click on this option in the guide menu. And then I click on the Select Python Interpreter button that appears, which brings up all the versions of Python I have installed. I do this because I want to make sure that when I run the Python script, it will choose the correct interpreter. The version that comes up is Python version 3.10, and I set this as the interpreter because it is the most recent version. To test and verify that everything is working correctly, I have to run the Python file. In the top right of the screen, you'll notice a play button. I close the guide so that it displays better. The play button has a drop-down menu that has the option for running the Python file or running it in debug. I click on the Run Python File option. Note in the terminal window that it has run the file using Python 3.10 as the interpreter, and I get the output of Hello World. And that means that I'm now set up to use Python directly in the IDE so I can run and debug my scripts. You now know how to create and save a Python file and how to select the correct Python interpreter to run your files in VS Code.